I laughed when he first asked me, not because it was funny, but because I thought it was impossible. Who falls in love with their roommate in the middle of a chaotic college semester, with piles of assignments and the smell of instant ramen hanging in the air? But then again, I wasn't laughing the night he caught me crying. It was late, the kind of late where the world outside the window feels unreal, and the quiet hum of the campus is replaced by silence heavy enough to choke you. I thought I was alone with my tears, buried under my blanket, swallowing the sound of my sobs like they were secrets. Then the light flicked on, and there he was, Adam, my roommate, standing with his messy hair, hoodie half-zipped, and those eyes that never missed a damn thing. "Were you crying?" he asked softly, like the words might break me further. I shook my head too quickly. Denial was easier than honesty. But Adam stepped closer, sitting on the edge of my bed like he belonged there. His hand brushed against my blanket. He didn't press me for answers. He just looked at me, and for a moment, I thought he could see everything I had buried inside. And that's when it started. The question, "Do you love me?" The first time, I rolled my eyes. The second, I laughed nervously. The third, I couldn't meet his gaze. By the fourth, I started to wonder if maybe he wasn't joking at all. Adam wasn't the kind of guy you could easily ignore. He was loud when he wanted to be, quiet when he needed to be, and annoyingly good at reading people. Where I was guarded, he was open. Where I hid, he reached out. Sometimes I hated him for it. Most of the time, I envied him. Our dorm room was small, too small to hide in. The posters on the wall, the clutter of textbooks, the faint scent of his cologne that clung to the air. It all made him impossible to escape. I tried to build walls with silence, but Adam always found cracks to slip through. One night, as I sat hunched over my desk pretending to study, he leaned back on his bed and tossed the question at me like a grenade. "Do you love me?" This time, there was no teasing lilt in his voice, just quiet curiosity. "Why do you keep asking that?" I snapped, maybe too harshly. He shrugged. "Because every time I look at you, I feel like you're holding something back, and I want to know if it's me." I froze. My heart raced so fast I thought it might give me away. "It's not you," I muttered. But it was. God, it always was. The truth was messy. I had been in love with Adam long before he caught me crying. Maybe it started that night during freshman orientation, when he cracked a joke about the dean's speech and made me laugh harder than I had in months. Maybe it was the way he shared his fries with me when the cafeteria ran out of food. Maybe it was just him, the careless confidence, the warmth, the way he made even the most ordinary moments feel extraordinary. But being in love with your straight roommate, that was a disaster waiting to happen. I told myself to bury it, to smother it before it ruined everything. But love doesn't listen. It leaks out in stolen glances, lingering touches, the way your heart aches when he's close but not close enough. And Adam saw through me. He saw it when I flinched at his touch, when my laughter broke halfway into something too fragile, when my silence spoke louder than words. He saw it, and instead of pretending not to notice, he asked, again and again, "Do you love me?" Every time it was like a blade pressed against my skin. Every time I wanted to scream yes, but fear kept my mouth shut. Fear of losing him, of breaking the fragile balance of our friendship, of being left with nothing but the echo of what I wanted. The breaking point came one cold December night. Snow had blanketed the campus, muffling the world in white. We had spent the evening in the common room watching bad Christmas movies with the others, but by the time we got back to our dorm, it was just us. The air was heavy with the scent of cocoa and the quiet hum of the heater. I thought he was asleep when I whispered it. "I love you." The words slipped out like a confession to the dark. But Adam wasn't asleep. He turned, eyes wide, breath caught. For a long moment, neither of us moved. Then, with a slow, almost hesitant smile, he whispered back, "Finally." I wanted to deny it, to laugh it off like a joke. But Adam sat up, crossing the small gap between our beds. He knelt in front of me, his hand lifting my chin, forcing me to meet his gaze. "You think I didn't know?" he said softly. "You think I kept asking because I wanted to mess with you?" "No. I asked because I was hoping you'd say yes." My world cracked open. "You? What?" He smiled, a little sad, a little tender. "I'm not as dumb as I look, you know, and maybe I'm slower to figure things out. But I think I love you too." The tears came before I could stop them. Not the broken sobs he caught me in before, but something lighter, freer. And when Adam leaned forward, pressing his forehead against mine, I realized I wasn't hiding anymore. Loving Adam wasn't easy. There were stumbles, moments of doubt, whispers from others that made us question ourselves. But through it all, he never stopped asking me that question. Do you love me? And every time I finally had the courage to say yes. Because the truth was, love had been there all along, in the laughter, in the silence, in the way he refused to let me drown alone. I thought I could hide my heart, but Adam had seen it from the start. And in the end, he held it like it was something worth keeping. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.